Okay. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna make a video on this, but then like I'm just kind of like, you know what? It's one of my favorite games, right? It's one of my favorite gacha games, which is Infinity Nikki, which I actually love. I actually do enjoy it actually. And apparently good old Reddit thinks there's not enough diversity.
Yeah, the lack.
Apparently. So that's basically what sums it up. And guess where it's coming from? Not Twitter. From Reddit. From Reddit, out of all places. Lord Jesus.
Of diversity, it's just terrible. Well, at least according to Reddit. So let's take a look at their explanation, shall we? A top post on the subreddit Infinity Nikki with over 1,300 upvotes from 4 days ago reads, I think this game could do better in the diversity department, and they go on to explain their reasoning why.
I think this game could be better in diversity department. Listen, as a black girl, I love this game. I think it's great, but there are some issues with it, mainly with the diversity. They have done some good though. I'll start by saying that getting rid of the attributes assigned to skin tones might have been the best decision this game made. Dark skin tones are always sexy or mature or cool in Love Nikki. In Love Nikki? What? And that's genuinely terrible? Wait. What? I don't understand that sentence. I generally don't understand that sentence. I'm glad they've removed the feature because I was not ready to have to change my skin tone to get a better score. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's, Black Ops. Thank you for coming by. Oh yeah, for those who are seeing this video, Happy New Year's to all as well. I think I got like a video as well that I want to like sit down and talk to my YouTube community as well. 4 including the secret one. What the fuck is this? Skin tone, 3 skin tones as a start, but it could be better. Maybe 5 or 6. At least one more darker skin tone would help. Also, I would like a diversity of skin tones in the NPCs as well. It feels weird that Nikki can be 3 skin tones, but all of the NPCs simply aren't. I would like some black hairstyles, maybe 3 or 4, not too many, just asking for something. Love Nikki has some, so I don't know why Infinity Nikki can't follow suit, you know. Nikki games are always about the customization, so it only makes sense to expand people's options. This game just came out, so I'm hoping that these things will be added in due time, but it's frustrating to have to wait for these things sometimes. Bruh, it's not that serious. You can wait for new outfits, okay? Alright? It's not that fucking serious, man. Like, honestly. I'm like, it'll eventually come. Soon we'll get like a fucking fucking Mexican sombrero and a poncho and a fucking mustache, and then I can roleplay as a fucking Mexican if I wanted to, you know? You know, like eventually it'll come to Infinity Nikki, you know? And then I'll have a bottle of tequila in my hand, you know, as an accessory too as well, so. Hey Keeper Noob, welcome. Oh, Jesus Christ, I swear. Like, it's not that fucking deep, bro. Like, honestly, like, it's just barely came out. Give it a couple of months or so for the updates. You'll get what you want, okay? The skin tone is not really, because it's just how it is, right? It's a Chinese game at the end of the day. But the outfits, you just wait for it, all right? It's not that deep.
Some of these things could be seen.
But I feel like it's not gonna be a 5-star. The only reason why I don't see it being a 5-star kind of type of outfit is because it doesn't sell very well in China or any of the East Asian countries, because it's all mostly like more cutesy, more, I guess you could say more, yeah, just more cutesy. It's how it mostly is, and plus their skin tones are more whiter than, you know, than the rest of everyone, so That's
Yes,
why.
fair points, others not so much, of course, depending on your opinion. But let's hop down to the disclaimer, because that's where things get especially...
Wait, disclaimer? Before you all start acting weird and talk about how the devs are Asians, so there's no way this could happen, shut up. Asian devs have done it before. It's not out of the question. Just look at Nintendo. ACNH? I don't know what that is. Splatoon, Pokemon. Just name a few. It's possible. Some people just don't want to do it. You do know those are Japanese devs, right? You do know that Infinity Nikki is a Chinese development crew, right? I hope they know, right? I assuming they know. They probably don't know. Maybe I'm like 5% that they know. I love it how my numbers are keep going down and down and down every single time. I'm like, okay, maybe they don't know.
Amusing. Disclaimer.
Fucking A.
Before y'all start acting weird and talk about how the devs are Asian, so there's no way this could happen. Shut up. Asian devs have done it before. It's not out of the question. Just look at Nintendo, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Pokemon, just to name a few. It's possible. Some people just don't want to do it. However, a certain response would point out the irony with the OP, this one reading, in regards to your disclaimer, all that you mentioned are Japanese devs/companies. That's why they're more diverse. Chinese companies do not have the same leisure or leeway like Japanese companies do. That's not an excuse. That's just the reason. The OP really didn't like that response, saying to that person, sadly, this excuse also does not work, because Lilith Games doesn't struggle with skin tone diversity at all. It's a skill issue, honestly. The other person, Renvi, saying, like I said, not excusing them, just pointing out all your examples are of Japanese games/companies. The discourse pointing out this irony in the OP would continue here in this response that reads, also, it's incredibly ignorant to believe that all of Asia share the same views on diversity, and then proceed to give examples of exclusively Japanese games.
Yeah, that's true, because I was like, wait, Nintendo games. I don't know what one of those games are, right? But it's just kind of like, they do know this is a Chinese company, right?
Someone else saying, you're right. It's really bigoted to try to pretend Western ideologies and cultures are superior to Eastern ideologies. They should make the games that they want. If they want everyone in the game to be Asian or whatever, it's their choice, and they are not wrong for doing so. The West tends to be very racist against Asians overall. Not every game needs to be...
He's not wrong. Well, there's a lot of racism at the end of the day, you know? I'll be honest with you. There is a tendency of a lot of racism in the West.
Be diverse in favor of some races at the expense of Asians.
Remember during the what is it? I guess like during the small movement of like no hate on Asians or something like that. Apparently like a lot of white people were hating on Asians during the was it during the COVID era? I remember that. There was like a lot of random people hating on Asian people for some apparent reason. I have no idea. It was kind of weird in my personal opinion.
Trying to force games to be diverse is why Ubisoft is soon going to be put out of business unless they change. So yeah, once again, whether you agree or disagree with the OP, it's certainly funny that they would complain about diversity, only for them to turn around and act like all Asian people are the same. Elsewhere in the responses, the brain rot would continue. With this response to the initial post, the OP saying, on top of all that, the facial features of Nikki are 200% white, so it's already very uncanny valley to dress up a black character in this game most times. However, they would get responses such as, they're anime featured, they're not white, they're not human, the girl doesn't even have nostrils, she doesn't even look like the NPCs. But we're not getting new facial features because Nikki is a character, and she has a face already. Someone else saying, Nikki is Chinese though, so her facial features are more like East Asian but anime. All the major characters look more like anime than the NPCs. The OP, however, has a different...
They're not wrong at the end of the day. Who needs nostrils?
response.
Does she really have no nostrils? I don't even remember, to be honest.
Agree with this, too. Would love some black features. Responses to that post including,
it's not
Nikki
happening.
is her own character, though. They're not going to change her face. And there's only one playable character in this game, and that's Nikki herself.
Yeah.
And a similar set of responses could be seen here. This response to the OP saying, also, body size diversity would be amazing.
No. No. Shut the fuck up. No. 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 Anyways.
The OP saying wanted to say this too, but didn't want to get cooked. And this other person, Ash Maiden, saying, I agree. Back when Love Nikki came out, I saw an ad that showed the game had different body types, but that turned out to be a lie. The game was still fun though. At the very least, IN has...
The game was still fun. Interesting.
Fat NPCs that aren't just old people. Now if we could have different body types for Nikki, to which, once again, people point out that it wouldn't be Nikki anymore, and that in this game you play as Nikki, not some self-insert character.
Yes.
And finally, let's take a look at this exchange. The OP saying, I can't believe it either. There was also a dark skin set where they had a pale skin version of it. It was bad. Really bad. User Hot Cocoa saying, I'm confused why you're mad because they had a white version of black makeup, or what? Like, I'm confused why you're upset. The OP saying, yes, they whitewashed an entire suit for no reason. So that's also really weird.
What? I'm also confused.
They claim to want more diversity, but then they get upset when some of the outfits and or makeup isn't segregated. So yeah, ultimately, I just thought that was all pretty amusing. It's kind of funny how even a cutesy and innocent sort of game like this can still end up getting heat for lack of diversity and or people who want to make everything into a self-insert, etc., etc.
That's such a West, that is definitely such a West mentality to just have, like, you know, I want to self-insert myself into this. Yeah, that's why all the other game companies are dying or so for them self-inserting, you know. Like, take a look at Dragon Age, you know. Look at Ubisoft, you know. What else? What else is another one that can say off the top of my head? I don't know, to be honest.
Of course, the ignorance in the OP regarding Asia. It all makes for a fun little segment on New Year's Eve. I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of the year.
Yeah, like I said, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's not that crazy at the end of the day. I'm like, you're playing as Nikki. Literally her name is in the title. It doesn't say you know, you're the fucking protagonist of the game, you know. It's not like you are the one, you know, that yourself in real life should be in the game. No, it's the character that you're playing. You get to play as her in this beautiful fantasy fashion realm world, you know. So it's just kind of like, I don't understand. Bruh, I swear, people on Reddit are stupid, to be honest. Honestly. Diverse just means black. Yeah. People are unemployed to an extent to where it's impressive, yeah. Not even a wholesome game can protect it from the rabid people of from freaking Reddit and, you know. Not Twitter yet. Twitter hasn't been talked yet, but Reddit has, which is kind of stupid in my personal opinion. But yeah, like I said, I love Infinity Nikki. It's a pretty fun game. I actually do enjoy it. It was actually fun. I want to play more of it and everything. But yeah, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, all that fancy jazzy stuff. Also, Happy New Year's. Whenever this video comes up, it'll probably be later today. Yes, I have to think. I haven't slept in the past almost like 24 hours, so I'm just fucking tired. My brain's a little bit slow at the moment. So, anyways, demanding DEI on a Chinese game. Where have I seen that before? Yeah, I wonder where we've seen that before, huh? Where have we seen this this specific argument before? You know, feels like it's like deja vu all over again. You know. And that'd be Well, there will be different body types for GTA at least, you know. I don't think there's gonna be like, you can make yourself super skinny or super fat, probably. It wouldn't surprise me. But the funny thing about it is that in GTA, like, I remember in the older GTAs, I know if you're fatter, so you run a little bit more slower. But I know if you work out and everything like that in the game, your strength increases or something like that. I don't remember. I know I heard something about that if you like work out in GTA. But yeah. Anyways, before I ramble on, that's the end of the video. And Happy New Year's to all as well. And I have a special video coming out later today, which is a one-on-one, well, not really a one-on-one, but it is the one on 6,000 of my subscribers. But just to thank everybody for 2024 and anyways. But anyways, that's the end of the video. And